What's going on, y'all, man? We back on the couch once again, man. We on the couch with Trap, man. Episode 3, man. Today, man, the first guest is on the couch with me, man. Got my boy WyzeGuy in the building with me, man. What's going on with you, bro?
You know what it is, man. Trying to stay busy. Trying to keep it coming.
Definitely, man.
I appreciate you having me out here.
Yeah, man. So, man, like I said, the platform on the couch, man. We just come on the couch, man. We chop up game, man. Get a people a little insight on businesses, and today we just want to talk. We want to talk about you, your business, what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna start from the beginning, man. For those that don't know, man, just tell them like where you from and what it is that you do. You know what I'm saying?
All right, for sure. Well, originally, I'm from Florida. You know what I mean? I think we both ended up here, by the grace of God. You know what I mean? I know you came from Chicago, so
Yeah.
originally from Florida, ended up in Florence about 8 years ago? No, probably about 20 years ago.
Yeah,
to tell you the
like I said,
truth.
a little longer than
Yeah,
that,
it's been
'cause
20 years.
I knew you for about that time.
And my son, he 20.
Yeah.
About to be 20, yeah. So came to Florence about 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And both coming out of the streets, trying to run around, trying to get some money, make things happen. Did a few things around Florence, just trying to get some money. If anybody remembers downtown when you had Mecca House and Flavors, I think that was the name of that little place, Flavors and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of it was a lot different coming from the crib or whatnot. So just try to stay to the ground. You know what I mean? Ear to the ground. Try to keep pushing, coming up with innovative ways to try to get money. I know you was in the CD game.
Right.
There's a lot of us in the CD game.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
I think shit, but when I taking it back to when I met you,
Yeah.
I met you at the Spotlight. You was actually like boxing the first night I ever met you. You was like, it was one of them times where they had the boxing event going on at the Spotlight. I don't even know if y'all out there in the audience, man, on live, y'all even remember back at the time when they did the boxing, you know what I'm saying, the semi-pro type boxing match at the Spotlight back then. That's where I first ran into you, but you had the dreads and all that, you know what I'm saying, back then.
11 dreads, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Had the box in my head, yeah. So, all of that led up to that. I came out of the gym since I was a youngin' and I came out here and started messing around at Weed Seed, and that's when ran into Coach Larry, and a lot of things happened for me in the boxing world. And then that was actually the first pro fight in Florence, South Carolina at the Spotlight. So I think we linked up that night. You was with who shot you?
Yeah, I was with the camera shit. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And since then, we linked up and got into the hustling thing together and did all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Tell them about how did you get into it, like, the cameras and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? That way.
Yeah. And honestly, you remember Roderick. I saw Roderick do a damn green screen at the flea market or something. And it looked like it was a new thing. I kind of just picked up a little Nikon, little bull crap camera, and just started learning and whatnot. And taught me the green screen thing. Then I saw him at a club, and then from there, once I figured out we could do it in the club, it was over with. You know what I'm saying? Got the green screen, had the green screen popping. The hangout that used to be in Florence when they first popped open.
That's over there. What's now, if y'all don't know, for those who don't know the history, the hangout is where Red Circle and all that stuff is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that bill.
And you was the host that night.
Right.
And that was the first night we actually set up a photography booth in the club. And it went crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So from there it was like, oh, this is the way. You know what I mean? So we both linked up, started shooting. We was hitting different clubs, just trying to run through it. But then phones came out and everybody went to wanted to get a picture off of their phone.
Yeah.
It was. I think we both was always in the space of what's next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's next? So
yeah.
The picture game, we was known as the picture man.
Right. And a lot of y'all, because he kind of went through it like it was fast, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it really was a period of time, like where we really was like the picture man.
Yeah.
Like we really was at every party. If you know the history, like once me and bro really got together on that camera shit, we was like really going like bike week.
Bro.
We was
We stayed at Bike Week. Like, people don't know the hustle, bro.
Yeah.
We went to Bike Week. I think we had probably about $200 in our pockets together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put gas in the hoopty, the Cutlass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rode down there, and we went down there with no intentions of having a room.
No room, no nothing. We already knew we was sleeping in the car if we was gonna sleep. But we went out there with knowing that we finna make some money with these cameras, boy.
Exactly.
We finna use these cameras, and we finna take some pictures, and we finna make some money. And we did that every time. We sometimes bullied our way into events where we wasn't even them, like, necessarily on the bill to be there. You know what I'm saying? We went in places and just like, yo, we setting up, man. What's to this? You know what I'm saying? Chubbs, all you niggas, y'all niggas know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really, all that Sharkies at the beach and all these places where they with B-Lord was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really was there with them cameras, and we really ain't had a lot of them times, but we was just on the hustle. We was just on the hustle, and that's what, like, people don't really know, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, like, go a little bit in on that, just let people know that, like, all of that camera shit, that really was, like, the foundation grinds, you know what I'm saying? We was really going through steps and steps, and like bro said, we was looking for what's next. So, you know what I'm saying? Then where did that take you to?
Where it took me to, so I got jammed up with Effingham in Florence. I don't mess around down here no more, because Effingham is just, hey, I got jammed up. While I was jammed up, you was throwing a big-ass first party. That, from the spotlight that closed down, and you had got the spotlight.
The other spotlight. He not talking about the Just Trap party. No, he talking about the Just Trap before it was the Just Trap. He talking about reopen the light. He talking about you had to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I told y'all on the introduction that I was in the club business briefly for a minute, that was the time that he referring to, and it hit different if you was really there. Like, if you heard, if you know about it. But I came into that club situation, and then we made it big. It was one of the biggest parties ever. And like Rose said, he was locked up at that time hearing about this shit.
I was pissed off, man. Everybody that was coming in was talking about what's going down at the new spotlight. I'm like, the new spotlight? Yeah, Future. I'm like, oh, I'm missing it all. Like, damn, no bond, I can't get out. But ended up getting out like a week after. The week after the party is when I got out. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just all. It was up from there. You had done. You know what I'm saying? Took the club scene. We was still doing. It's like we never lost the relationship as far as, you know, what we was trying to establish. We knew that we was trying to build something. We just didn't know what it was. But lo and behold, my whole time while I was down, I was like praying and trying to get guidance, and you know what I mean, I'm gonna change my life and all this stuff. And that's when I got out, and I just, my mind, it kind of changed. That's when we kind of went. You was doing the rise and grind thing. You know what I'm saying? That was because a lot of people don't know rise and grind. That was one of the first shirts.
That was one of the first, like, rise and grind, The only pure elevation, rise and grind, all of that stuff was like the beginnings, like my beginnings when I didn't even know if, like I told y'all in the other episode, I didn't even really know if clothing was gonna be what it was. I just got the idea from bro, and I just started running with it. And rise and grind was like some of the most, like, very first pieces, you know what I'm saying, like that ever came out. But like bro saying, we was like together for a long time doing our thing, running through all the parties, all the biggest parties with the cameras, and then we kind of separated a little bit. Like, I went this way, he went this way, but we never was not cool or not friends no more. We just went to find our way in different directions, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what a lot of people, they fall short at in friendship, because our paths, we forged different paths. Like, it wasn't the same. Some people think that their path with their homie and their friend is the same. But a lot of times it's not like that. And that's what we're realizing right now. A lot of stuff that I had to go and learn, I'm able to bring back to the table now. Like, look, this is what we can do with this and that. Because honestly, like with my online stuff and all the stuff that I got going online, if you never gave me the information for that MCA joint, you know what I'm saying? You gave me the first little information that got me sparked. Okay, I gotta do this online. This ain't something I could do, you know what I mean, in the streets. Even though it was, everybody else was doing it online. So it led me to learn all type of different avenues on how to generate income on online or whatnot.
You know, and that really just a segue into just letting y'all, because we really was giving y'all some history and some background, but that's one of the things that we got bro on the couch for, because during this time, during this journey, he learned a lot about how to create online businesses and opportunities and revenue through the internet. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that we're gonna touch on, and we're gonna touch on everything else bro do, from the healthy, the gym, the health thing, the online courses, and all that. So we definitely got a lot to bring to the couch today. You know what I'm saying? So tell them a little bit about like the online business. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you started with the MCM things, and then you developed that into.
So how that worked was, everybody was like, oh, scam this, scam that, but to me it was like, I saw people like changing their lives with it. They was really getting like bread, right. $3,000-$4,000 checks every week, and I knew at that time I was still in the same mindset. If I could just get $100, $200 a day, I ain't gotta get no job. You know what I'm saying? If I could just make this happen, I can not have a job. So that whole thing, learning how to market it and push it, led me to learn all this type of stuff about autoresponders and, you know what I mean, how to connect different payment options up to certain websites. It took me in a different direction. But the main thing that I learned was that a lot of people quit before they realized the potential of having an online business. You know what I'm saying? Or how to develop and how to create an online business and turn it into a stream of income that could provide and pay their bills. So I was left from MCA and went down. The company switched, and most of the people that were involved, they went to this new opportunity, and which brings me to the point of opportunities. A lot of people see opportunity and they're like, oh man, that's a scam, this, that, and the third. But when you understand how the internet works, then you get a better understanding of how to make things work for you. You know what I mean? It's not all about, oh, I'm gonna pay this money and then I'm gonna get some money.
Right.
There's work involved, like with the clothing and
everything.
Yeah, everything you got going on. It's like you take some money and you have to learn the avenues for turning that money over. And it's the same thing online. So what I did was, it wasn't about being rich for me. It was just about, can I pay these damn bills with this opportunity?
Right. And not to cut you off just to hold that, but a lot of times what the people out here don't realize is that, like when somebody say, I got a class, or I got this for you to invest in, or this you can learn, it costs this $199 for you to get into this class to learn how to do this. You still gotta learn how to, like, they not saying you paying $199 and you gonna automatically make millions. Right. You know what I'm saying? Without, just because you pay $100, you supposed to make millions. You have to pay the money, then learn and apply the teachings, the things that you learned. You have to apply those things to your operation, your system, and consistently apply them to end up making revenue more than what you're putting in and going on to better. But if you think that it's just like, that's why sometimes people think stuff is scam, because they want it to happen like right then, instantly.
I signed up today.
You know what I mean?
I should be getting money next week.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But nobody says that when they go to Walmart. That's like me telling you, Walmart got a sale.
Right.
You go buy whatever it is on sale. I ain't get no money for telling you Walmart had a sale. Exactly. Walmart got the money.
Walmart got the money.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the same thing when you got an opportunity. You pay the money, but now you got to learn how the system, you got to become the system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it online, I still got a lot of online things going on that I generate income from right now. A lot. Like I got like 5 different opportunities that I have running on automation, because that's the main thing that I learned with online businesses, how to automate stuff, take your hands off of it and let it run on its own.
Major key. You know automations, you know what I'm saying? People getting rich off automations and stuff like that. So that's one of the things that our people, black people, young entrepreneurs and businesses, we gotta learn how to get some of this automated money from the internet, from different things, without you having to do it, because trading time for money is never gonna get you rich. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Your time and your money, you're not gonna never make enough money. You're gonna run out of time before you get enough money. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn how to put things on automations and how to learn how to get money where you're not spending time doing the actions of working for the money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's real. I feel like that's real gain. Like people, And as easy as I said that, it's not as easy to do that as easy as I said it. But you just have to know that that's what the goals that you should be setting. The goals is to automate these systems, to come up with systems and make automations, because that's how you're gonna get wealthy. But it's not as you still gonna have to work. You can't never skip the work part. You know what I'm saying?
I think the main thing is you gotta have the mindset that I ain't gonna quit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think we was both on that Nipsey back then too,
real
hard.
For sure,
you know?
For sure.
Nipsey just had us in a mindset like, look, whatever you're gonna do, you gotta take the stance that you're gonna die behind what you're doing. Like, I mean, it's either gonna happen or I'm gonna die trying to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And that's the main approach that I take on everything that I'm doing. You know what I mean? I knew that with what I've been through, the cards that I was dealt in life, I already knew this is how it gotta go down. I gotta make it happen. I can't go out there and get it. Like some people, they got the ability to go get them a good job and just that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? I grew up trying to get it. I love the freedom that you have when you're able to go get it on your own. So that's the approach that I run from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's like you say, sometimes people have, you know, and I'm not mad at anybody that was like born into, because I wish that we can create something so like our kids can have, and they can be had the kid that got something, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody didn't set it up for us, but somebody in the generation got to break the curse and then set something up. Exactly. Therefore, it can be some generational wealth in it. You know what I'm saying? But we just happen to be the ones, so we not gonna like benefit from all our sacrifices. We're not gonna see it. But if we can set up certain plays, then like our kids and our grandkids, they'll start to become, our name will start to hold a little more wealth. But yeah, man, that's
kids.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? that's what we trying to do though. That's the aim. You feel me?
Right.
Like that's the aim, man. So yeah, keep going, man. Like where we at with it.
So I think I was doing pretty good. I was doing real good with online automation and getting things set up. But at the end of the day, I was still busting my ass, like trying to make stuff work.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was working, but it wasn't satisfying. You know what I'm saying? So I would find myself like going to the gym and training, trying to figure out what makes me, what am I happy doing? Like what do I love to do that ain't gonna feel like I'm working, busting my ass for it. The whole time it was the gym.
Right.
I'm in the gym trying to figure out what it is, but for a couple of years I ain't know it. Like it just wasn't. It ain't dawned on me.
Right.
But being in the gym was something I had to be there every day if possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it didn't dawn on me like, okay, you ain't fighting no more, so why don't you just become a trainer? You know what I mean? So I think after so I had left Florence, and I moved to Columbia or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I was still doing the same thing. Had a lot of automation going on online, so the income was coming in, but I was still looking for a gym. Got it moved, got all these places, and that's when it dawned on me, hey, look, you should just be a trainer. Like, just be a trainer.
Yeah.
And I know every aspect of boxing. Like, boxing has always been my thing, but I never thought you know how to box, so why don't you become a boxing trainer?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It never dawned on me. So I got with it was a company called Title. Everybody's familiar with Title. Title Boxing in Columbia. They were just opening up, and they had auditions. So I went there and I was like, yeah, I used to fight. You know, just I want to see what y'all got, see what I can bring to the table. And the guy looked at me and said, all right, we're gonna give you an audition. You know what I mean? So I went through. The audition was actually bag work.
Right.
I wowed them so good with the bag work, like they made me like manager the next day.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was good with that.
Yeah.
But there was a problem with it.
Yeah.
I got a job now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, now I'm on their clock.
Yeah.
You know, and so for a while it was cool out there. I was getting paid top dollar that they could offer or whatnot, and I was teaching a lot of classes. Classes was getting packed, and the Title is watching in Columbia. Hey, shout out to y'all, but I'm finna tell this truth. I was getting a lot of classes. Like, people were coming and packing my class out.
Right.
They would look at the schedule and be like, when is WyzeGuy teaching?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they would skip all the other classes and come to my class. My class got like 35, 40 people, and there's only 35 bags in the place. So
basically
right then,
taking
over. You know what I'm saying? Look, it looks like everybody's only coming to WyzeGuy class, and that's what it was.
Right.
So that gave me the influence I need. Like, damn, maybe I'm better than I think I am with this thing. What happened if I go on my own?
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I didn't really have the building or a place that I could really do that at. And long story short, I think I stayed there for like 2 years, and then I left. You know what I'm saying? Went back to trying to do my own thing. Got my personal training certification, and started just doing like regular training with my homegirl Sheila. She was at Title II, but she left and got her own gym. So I would go to her gym. She would let me train people in there, and the following just kept getting, you know, my name just kept popping. It just kept growing. And brother named Lance, he has a 9,000 square foot building on 2 notches. So I met with him, had a conversation with him, and he was like, yeah, man, hey, just come here. So I ended up going there to do a couple of trainings, and it's rustic. It's the type of gym I grew up fighting in. Yeah. So once I planted my flag there, it popped. You know what I'm saying? Because now I got a location. It's 9,000 square feet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a whole lot of overhead. I can run my business out of this big facility, and everything is a go. Like whatever I want to do is a go. So I can set up as many classes as I want. I'm a business inside of a business, but I don't have the overhead. You know what I mean? So and the only reason it's like that is because the following is there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. The following is there. The name is there. Like if you want professional pad work, a professional in Columbia or in South Carolina, they can get pad work. Anybody can get pad work, but can you get quality pad work? Right. I'm the only certified minologist in the state. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can hold the pads.
I can hold them, but I don't know how to hook in to do that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. But so basically, what you're saying is like you had to like sacrifice a little bit and do certain things at places that you wanted to, but the whole time you never lost track of knowing like I need to make this situation. I need to make my business. I'm not finna be working for nobody. If it feel like work, I'm finna switch it up. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, nigga went through the steps and stayed consistent to build up the following to where you able to switch it up, and then the people come where you go, and now you able to turn this into a business and have clients and train people and beat up only certified man in the Carolinas. You know what I'm saying? That's big for anybody who trying to like train with a professional. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to go to somebody that's certified, somebody that's a professional. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Like that's definitely dope. And just for y'all that's watching, y'all, you know what I'm saying? If y'all into boxing, into training, into all that, y'all definitely make sure y'all tap in with WyzeGuy. Get in on one of his classes. Get in, become a member, and learn. You know what I'm saying? From somebody that's professional and that's knowing what they doing. You feel me?
Yeah, we got the whole membership area set up. You know what I'm saying? New 8 weeks starting in the next Monday. A new 8-week program starting off. So it's wide open right now. But I tell you, if I hadn't seen, because you know, like going back to how we started, I was watching the grind the whole time, and I knew, all right, hey, Mitch, I know you ain't got that I'm a quit spirit, or I'm gonna just, hey, I'm gonna hang it up, get me a job or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So the whole time I'm watching you, I'm like, shit, Mitch growing. Like the first year I saw you hit the 6 figures, I was like, I think I did like 47 that year, 47 something, 49. I was heartbroken. Not that you made us. I looked at myself like, come on, man. Like,
no, if he can do it, I can do it. We both. That's how we always been though. Like that's like niggas, competitors. You know what I'm saying? But we like that motivate and push one another, push people to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it do to everybody. I know what it did for us. You know what I'm saying? Like even when it came to the camera shit, we like, nigga, you gonna get the backdrop, I'm gonna get this backdrop. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead. You gonna get the cannon, nigga. I'm gonna get the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas gonna do that because it kept us on our toes, kept us how we wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know that was like when you seen that, you like shit, all right, okay, I'm finna turn up then.
Exactly. You know so when the next year started, I'm like, all right, boom, new year. I gotta hit 6 figures, you know what I'm saying? I still didn't hit 6 figures. But the grind and the mentality, all right, I see you push it, and you gave me the motivation, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't It wasn't there wasn't nobody else out there to look at. Like I wasn't tight with nobody else.
Yeah.
Like, we were tight.
Yeah.
And still
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
Like I knew that. All right, look, Mitch done found his niche. Mitch done found his niche.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I figured out my niche and my purpose was boxing. It was boxing and training. It was personal training, boxing training, anything to do with fitness. That was it the whole time.
Right.
But I learned that I couldn't do it with just the training. You know what I mean? That's when I started looking into products. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What type of products? I bought a whole embroidery machine and all that.
Yeah.
Didn't have the time for it. Got rid of that joint, but I should have kept it. No, I should have.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking at it now, yeah.
Looking at it now, I should have kept it because
yeah.
I didn't know how to do it then, but it would have led up to where I'm at right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know, it made sense to, all right, you got the training, you got to add products to your business in order to see that extra revenue that you're missing to make up for that money. You know what I'm saying? It was all products and services that led to your first,
right.
You know what I'm saying, 6 figures. So I was like, all right, what do I do? You know what I mean? So I still ain't hit the 6, but we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it this year. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hit it this year. You know what I mean?
Because everything, you got all the sauce now, everything in the pot now is just like cooking now. It's just cooking. You know what I'm saying? It's just cooking it up now. So that's another thing for all y'all that's you know, in the gym, that's looking for the products, the supplements, all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We got gloves too.
Yeah, tap in with WyzeGuy. Check out those products. It's black business. You know what I'm saying? It's big business. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, you know what I'm saying, tap in, hit the site. We're going to give y'all all the information within this interview to let y'all know where to go to tap in. But I'm telling you, it's just tap in and get with some of these products. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to the GNC or wherever you're going to get up your protein, all that, now you tap in with bro, get some of those products and let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hey,
tell them the name of the products real quick too.
It's Maccabean Strong Performance. All right, Maccabean Strong Performance.com. We got all your protein, vegan protein, whey protein. We got your pre-workouts. We got fat burners. We got everything that you're going to GNC to get. We got it. All right. It's tested in 3 different labs in Atlanta. It's FDA certified. Everything is there. You know what I'm saying? If you need to check the product, you want to make sure that things are what it needs to be as far as the description. All you gotta do is go to the website and check it out. But see, that's the biggest thing. That's another thing when it comes to us as black people being successful.
Yeah.
We'd rather, like, most people would rather not see me make it with products. They're gonna go to GNC, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't want to see you, you know what I'm saying, so they're gonna go to the mall and buy a Nike shirt.
Right.
When we learn to keep the black dollar in the black community, then we're gonna be more powerful.
Way more powerful.
You know, during the early 50s, and when they burnt down in Oklahoma, when they burnt down Black Wall Street, the black dollar stayed in the community for over a year before it went out of the community. Nowadays, we get paid on Friday. We give it right back to them Friday night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the issue in our community. But when we're able to say, all right, I just got paid, I need some pre-workout, I'll make sure I get that from WyzeGuy. In fact, I need a new shirt.
Yeah.
Let me go down to Mitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta learn to spend our money with each other.
Right.
That's why I don't want Kanye talking right now. You know what I'm
That's what gonna lead into the Kanye thing that I was gonna get into, because I see you got the Judah hat on, see you got the jewels on.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I see you got the garments on, you know what I'm saying? I see you when you step out, when you go to certain places, you know, you dressed like a king, you know what I'm saying? Like what's to that, you know what I'm saying?
So this is gonna take us back. What was the name of that club out there on 52?
Not Spotlight on 52. It would change from Spotlight. It was Icon. It was the same building as Spotlight, but it changed to other names.
The one going towards the like you're going on Palmetto, like, is that Palmetto? That's 52. It's going out towards the Marion, towards Marion College.
Oh, you know, you talking about Compound.
Yeah. So you remember that night? Back to when I got out.
Right.
So when I got out, you know, I had been in there. I was soul searching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I remember you before you went in, you wasn't with that particular organization. You was, you know what I'm saying, but trying to figure it out.
I was doing 5%. I was following the 5% doctrine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I always, in the back of my mind, I always knew that, all right, this is where I'm at now, but there's more to it.
Right.
I've been searching for years. I read all type of books. continuously studying, really trying to find me and my purpose, which is what leads to where I'm at today. So when I got out, and you know, I kept searching. I found the organization that I'm with now. It's called Israel United in Christ, and the school was in North Carolina. So I went to the school that weekend. That was my second time going. I just ain't tell you.
Yeah.
You like, well, yeah. I'm like, I ain't really let you know. You know what I'm saying? So when I got back, that's when I met you at the club. I had the little fringes on and shit. Yeah. I'm in the club. Everybody looking at me like,
yeah. You was the only nigga in the club with the with the garment on like that. You know what I'm saying? And when bro left before that, he was just wearing a regular t-shirt and dressed like everybody else. So he came back. And when he came to the club, it was like a club night, like one of these party nights, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
So I came back and I was like, yeah, man, I don't think this is it for me. I think I'm done with the nightlife. Like I gotta switch it up. I'm on something else. And bro was like, well, how you know that's the way? I'm like, I feel like this is it. You know, this is what I've been searching for. So it led me into nationality, you know what I'm saying, who we are as a people, why we going through the shit that we going through, and it leads all the way up to why they're dealing with Kanye, Nick Cannon, Kyrie Irving, all them brothers and sisters, Ice Cube, all of them are getting dealt with a certain way because of the same information that I found. Now they ain't messing with me,
right?
Yeah, because I ain't got
the money.
I ain't got
this bread. That's whenever the whole Kanye thing was going on the internet and all that. Whenever all that was going on. Whenever everybody, the whole last week, everybody was talking about Kanye this, you see people that was anti-Kanye, Kanye crazy. You see people that was like, Kanye ain't crazy. But the whole week that was going on, you know what I'm saying? I don't really put my opinion out there too much. But one thing that I always say was, I knew people that believed the same thing what he talking about. Like I personally know somebody and people that believe this same thing, but the difference between them and Kanye is Kanye got the money.
He got the money.
And the influence.
Exactly.
So with the money, when I was seeing all the Kanye stuff, the first thing I thought about was my bro Wise. I'm like, damn, because I remember him talking about some of this stuff, and I just remember some of the stuff I used to see him saying. And some of this shit Kanye said, it makes sense now. Then what they doing to him, like it was like making sense. Like I'm like, dang, like some of that stuff, bro, used to be talking about. Like this is really what's going on
really what
right now with Kanye. And it was like that, and they trying not to get because bro out here preaching the information and giving out the information, but without the influence, the bigger system don't look down at the small guy and say, well, he's only can influence a couple of people. Right. He's not gonna influence the world, but when you get a figure like Kanye talking that might potentially influence the world and then make them boys stand up even stronger, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's going to be a problem, and that's what the people that's in power fear. So, yeah, man, like, I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. You know what I mean? It got to be explained that way because a lot of people are not going to get it. You know what I mean? A lot of people listening right now, they listening, but they not going to get it. And what's crazy is it ain't meant for everybody to get it. It's made for them to hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because what Kanye is teaching and what Kanye is saying, they spend billions upon billions of dollars every year to hide that information. That's why they got the movie Passion of Christ, white. They got the movie Son of God, white. Noah and the Ark, white. Like this, I mean, this is not a racial thing.
Right.
It's not a racist thing or anti-Semitic thing. We can't be anti-Semitic because we are Semitic.
Right.
You got three different. You got Ham, Japheth, and Shem. Shem, Jam, and Japheth. Those are the three sons from Noah. We come from the son named Shem. The Africans that are in Africa, whom we call Africans, they are not Africans. They're Nilotic. The name Africa itself comes from a white guy named Leo Scipio Africanus. He conquered Hannibal during the Second Punic War, and he changed the name of the continent to fit his last name. Africanus, thus you have Africa. Same thing with America. They say who discovered America? Columbus.
Right.
But why the country named after him then?
Right.
Why is it called America? Because a man named Amerigo Vespucci came in first.
Right.
So he was a Spanish conqueror. Amerigo Vespucci, so the country is named America. So when you say you're African American, you're saying I come from two white men. That ain't possible. They just gave you a nationality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Why are we the only ones on the planet that go by two different continents?
Right.
Nobody else does that.
Nobody. Yeah, because we the ones that don't really know don't really know our background, so we just only know what we was told. You know what I'm saying? That's really what we know, what they told us.
So if Kanye starts saying what he's saying, now people start like, what? We're the Jews? Yeah, we're the Jews. Like, they don't call themselves Jews. They say that I'm Jewish, meaning I'm something like a Jew. That's like, I say, Mitch, I'll be there around 5-ish.
Right.
Am I gonna be there at 5?
I'm gonna be there at 5. I'm gonna be there sometime.
Something
5.
like 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the word ish is a suffix.
Right.
It means something like. So they say I'm Jewish because they converted to the real Jews' religion. Kanye understands that, like this name Judah.
Right.
Judah is one of the 12 tribes that existed in the land of Jerusalem. So when I'm coming into all this information, I'm like, oh, this is what made me switch from like, I gotta get out of these streets. I gotta figure out what's what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Kanye knew the whole time. It's just that he had to get his finances in a place where he's like, you can't touch me now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's still dangerous for him because they can kill him. Like they'll put a hit on him.
Yes. I mean, that's why he speak of the stuff like, that's why he's saying stuff like on those interviews like, they're going to have to kill me and making those statements because he know that it's possible that they could try to take him out. So he wants to put that out there on verbal. Right. So if that happens to him,
he's already
said it.
People know what happened.
People know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, and those that know that can read through the smoke cloud that gets shot out, you know what I'm saying? When the TV come on, it's like it's glitching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you can read through the glitch of the matrix, then you can understand why somebody's saying that. And then so the media now blows up the fact of Kanye's like, he's apologizing and all this. Yeah, he's saying whatever he had to say now to whatever. When it comes to that, he making it like, because he didn't really mean it for everybody. He didn't
really apologize. Yeah. He gave you a sense of apology.
You know what I mean?
He didn't do what Nick Cannon did.
Right.
See, they made Nick Cannon apologize.
Yeah.
They made him do
or
it.
Else.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he was on the same thing. He understands that we're the Israelites. Like you cannot change that. That's the bloodline. That's what this blood is.
Right.
It's Israel. It's Israelite blood. This is real Jew blood.
Yeah.
You can't change it.
Right.
So when you start understanding that, you gotta ask yourself, well, when you say you black, like this phone is black.
It's black. As I was just about to say.
You know
like I went to New York to the one day parades that they had. Like I said, it was like the Caribbean something or whatever. One of those parades. I didn't want to say whatever, but it was one of those important parades that they have celebrating the cultures of the Jamaicans and the Haitians and the people. All of these people know their background. You know what I'm saying? The Haitians know what they did. They know their background. The Jamaicans know their background. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always knew their background, but then we like, we black.
Yeah,
that's all we just know. Like, oh yeah, but where you from? Where your people? Where your family? Where your lineage from?
Right. What's your language?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we talking. The made us say in our language. This is what they like. So that's when it get deeper than the surface. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
it gets real deep.
You know what I mean?
That's just the importance of unity. You know what I'm saying? Business wise, you know what I'm saying? Relationship wise, we gotta learn to unify. The biggest thing. I was just listening to Charleston. What's his name? Charleston White.
Yeah.
I was just listening to him, but he said something that we've been saying for years. Now that's the thing about it. We've been teaching that blacks are the Jews for years. For years, and nobody said nothing. Now that Ye says it, people start to catch on. Like they cannot allow that to happen.
Right.
But we can take control of the country in a night, like 24 hours.
Right.
Everything that we see out there is our people working. Like, this is modern day slavery. Before we worked in the field to pick the cotton and all of that. We don't do that. They don't do it like that no more. They got machines that do that. Right. So what's the field today? Notice when you get a job, they say, what's your job field?
Right, yeah.
What field do you work in?
Yeah.
Walmart, AT&T, Sprint, you know? These are still fields because you're still employed by the same people that has you oppressed. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, if we say, all right, let's take over, what do? Don't go to work Monday morning. Across the whole nation, if every black American, Native Indian, and Hispanic, because they Jews too, if they say we ain't going to work Monday, this whole country would stop working.
I mean, and it damn near did that like when when the pandemic and the scamming and shit came out,
Yeah.
like a lot of niggas ain't go to work. Like you seen how it was crippled, like it got crippled like quick. It was like the United States was on a crutch or something. Like this nigga had a cast on the right leg and the right arm. You know what I'm saying? Nigga focusing on just the left side. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all coming to work?
Like,
Please go to work.
It was crazy. Like niggas had signs up, businesses closing, and people was like, somebody came in my business the other day, and they was like, man, it's a nice place you got. How long you been in business? It was the news people. And how long you been in business? I was like, yeah, I've been in business for 7 years. They was like, oh, you survived the pandemic.
Yeah, that's
they was amazed like you survived. But I survived the pandemic because I'm the one putting in the work.
Exactly, that's amazing.
This is I did it. But if I had to depend on a whole bunch of other people like Walmart, it was damn near. Yeah. That's why a lot of these big businesses crashed and shit and folded because the people that they need to work for them didn't go.
Exactly.
They didn't come.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it made them fold. I survived because my business was depending on me coming here. Yeah. It wasn't to a point where I had to depend on everybody else coming here. It was like, man, if I can still get up and run this, I'm going to go. So this is my thing. So I kept my ship afloat when the bigger ships was crashing and sinking, getting holes in them and going down. But it's like you say, if everybody was to quit working, all the black people was to quit going to their job, especially their jobs that's owned by, you know what I'm saying, the bigger corporations and stuff, it'll get bad. And if all of the people with money and influence like Kanye were to say, to hell with all our little endorsements, our liquor deals and all that for a day, and was to come together and like join hands with,
they will be broke.
The world would get crazy and we could actually have our own ecosystem and our own banks in our own little city because we was man enough to stand up. But throughout, one thing for sure, two things for certain, throughout history, black people were never really wanting to stand up together. No. Like niggas would stand up in a little group of 3 or 4, but they would never really stand up together at one time. And like you say, unity, we never get unified back. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And rose up.
Exactly. But see, that's the danger of businesses like me, you, and the rest of our brothers out there, sisters out there that got businesses. That's the danger. The danger is once we all understand that and we start preparing for because it is gonna happen. It's gonna happen that the country is gonna crash. It's gonna fall. It's gonna happen. Yeah. Like right now, we're in a food shortage. They're not saying it. Yeah. But the country's in a food shortage. Yeah. Like sometimes you go in the store on the weekend and you're like, damn, where all the damn meat at? Like, what, the truck ain't coming or something? Nah. The country is in a food shortage. Yeah. But they're not broadcasting it on the news yet, so people don't really take it into consideration. Yeah. But let them say a storm is coming. Right. People go buy all the bread, all the toilet paper, everything.
They throw some away because they ain't using it because they had too much. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we in the shortage, in the recession. And it's costing more to feed the animals on the farms and all type of stuff. So, yeah, it's crazy for real, you know what I'm saying? So, definitely something to think about, you know what I mean? When you really start thinking deep. A lot of times, these people don't want to think this deep, you know what I'm saying?
We're too satisfied. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're comfortable in misery because we hustle and grind every day because we're not comfortable. Yeah. If we were comfortable, this place would just be here. You have the sister in here, like you just be. If you were comfortable, you know that you're not where you need to be at yet. Yeah. So we take that approach. It's the same thing with information on our history, information on what's to happen to us as a people, where we're gonna go as a people. It's the same thing. We have to take that approach of not being comfortable because regardless of how you want to say it, how you want to put it, we're still in captivity today. I don't need to put chains on your ankle and on your arms if I could put a chain around this thing right here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I got a chain on if you just think you black and African American, hell, that's the only chain I need. You're gonna act black. You're gonna act like African American. You're not gonna act like a Jew. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why anytime I step out, I got fringes on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Anytime if we got big events, I got the big garment on. When I be going places in them garments, they be looking at me like, what the hell? Who do you think it ain't about who I think I am. I know who I am. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Kanye said on the interview. What am I supposed to say that I told you, asked me who I thought I am. I told you that I'm a god. But you got a problem with that. Right. I'm a god. Like I'm a god on the earth. Like that's who I am. Yeah. What am I supposed to be, a nigga?
Yeah.
A dog? A cat? No, I'm God on earth. I'm the son of God, and I understand that.
Yeah.
So when I step out, people all my garments. You see all this. You see what's going down.
Yeah.
They're all the same. They got the fringes, and then if I get really exclusive, I can come out of the crib any day with big royal garment on. Like people be looking like this nigga crazy. Nah, they think Kanye crazy.
Yeah.
But when you understand your history, when you understand who you are as a black man or so-called black man and so-called black woman, I say so-called because you're not black. Then you're gonna walk different. Everything's gonna be different about you. Your approach to life is gonna be different. But if you just think I'm a nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hood nigga. Then that's how you're gonna react. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be more. You gotta know that you're more than that. Then that's how we're gonna learn. That's how we're gonna get that respect from the other nations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna look at us. They're able to look at us and say, you know what? This is a wise people. Like they're a different type of people.
A wise people. Look how they change the narrative, the conversation. They gotta call you something different. Then yeah.
That's why they don't want you to call yourself Jew.
Yeah.
They stole that thing from you. You understand?
Yeah.
They stole that from you. They don't want you calling yourself that.
Right.
Because that means that you are the chosen people of God.
Yeah.
They want to be the chosen people of God. So they took the name. They took the name and said, no, we're taking the name. We're going to be the Jewish people. You're going to be African Americans and blacks.
Right.
So if you taught that from slavery, from the time the Emancipation Proclamation takes place in 1863, all through slavery, you've been taught that you a nigga.
Yeah.
Your great grandfather taught that son he's a nigga. Yeah. That son taught his son nigga. That mother taught his son nigga. All the way up to 2022.
That's true. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy when you break it down like that. Then when you wonder why niggas behave like they behave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's really like 500 years of teaching the same thing passed down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so when you wonder why we can't. Like why they saying, yeah, niggas acting like this or niggas animals and all this, but it's like they ain't never been taught nothing different than that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, our bishop has a saying. It says the nigga was made in America. You know how they got made in China?
Yeah.
That's what you can put on black people. Made in America. Black niggas made in America because nigga just mean black. It is a term. That is a term.
Right.
When you read the scriptures, you find the river. People call it Niger. That's not Niger. That's nigga.
Yeah.
It means black.
Yeah.
That's all the word means. Nigga means black.
Yeah.
But the Negro mentality that we have today, the hate, the murder spirit, the way we move, that's developed. And the Jewish people, that's what they have been. That's their whole makeup. Their whole income, their whole lifestyle is made up off of making niggas, keeping niggas, and getting paid off of it. They run the diamond industry. They run the music industry.
Translates to the music industry.
They run the clothes industry. They run all of that.
That's the reason why you can go on a podcast like Drink Champs and you can talk about killing your ops or smoking the packs or doing any of that, and they'll run that shit all day. You ain't never seen them turn none of that off. But the first time in history you seen them tell a nigga take something down. It was when he was talking about some other. You know what I'm saying?
Edit that, Nori.
Yeah, he made him take it down. He got to bring Kanye down, bro. Like, don't even play it no more. He talks crazy. Don't even play this.
And like my bishop said this past weekend, they can't go to war. When you see that purple and gold out there, we the warriors. Yeah. The Most High God, He set us up. Now people don't believe it. You're not gonna believe it until you see it. But you go anywhere on YouTube, you type in IUIC, Israel United in Christ, you're gonna see we done spread all over the whole world. They don't gotta go to war. They're not built like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In order to go to war with your enemy, you have to know the source of information that they're using to combat you. They're using the scripture. Right. So if you don't have scriptural understanding and scriptural knowledge to go within the scriptures and prove without a shadow of a doubt that you're the real Jew, then you should let the people that have the ability to do that do it.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta go to war.
So Kanye, man,
you know
y'all don't gotta go to war. Y'all need to reach out to the people, man. Y'all need to reach out to the
Israel United in Christ.
United in Christ. Y'all need to reach out to the soldiers that's out here ready to soldier for the cause. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all need to put y'all money behind. And then y'all really don't have to say as much, and y'all can fund it, and it can go how it need to go. You know what I'm saying? So all the people that's like that, that's what y'all need to get behind, and you know, bring that bread to the table so niggas can spread out more. The message can go further. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because that's what needs to happen. That's what they really don't want to happen, is the message to go further. If the message to go further, we might start acting different out here. Exactly. If we start acting different out here, niggas might come together, and black people, the real Jews, come together. Oh my God, it's gonna get crucial out here. So yeah, man,
they're gonna prevent it for long as they can, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's prophesied.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we develop businesses and we come together within our communities with our businesses. They support the Just Trap brand. They support Nike being strong performer. Support that sister down the street that's braiding hair or whatever she's doing. We gotta support that thing.
Right.
Keep the black dollar in the black community.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, that's a fact. And another thing too, so that we can, because a lot of times we get all the complaints. The complaints come. That's why I don't like them business of black people. So us as the black businesses, right? All the new black businesses that's starting this business, trying to build this community, that's trying to help be able to keep the dollar in the community. The businesses, y'all gotta be about y'all business too. Y'all gotta handle your business like a king, like a queen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta handle your business like that. You gotta have integrity. You gotta stand on the principles from what you started on. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be doing it for the money. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be doing it for the gram, doing it for the likes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do, you're not gonna achieve the results that we looking for. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when the complaints are gonna come in. That's when the people, and our people, we so impatient with each other. It only take one or two complaints for you on the ban and bar list, and nigga ain't fucking with you no more. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing though. That's like if I come in and I buy a shirt and it ain't right.
Right.
And I'm like, man, look at we quick to go and say, you know what? I ain't messing with Mitch no more. Look at this shirt. Look. I'm supposed to say, hey, Mitch. You know what I'm saying? I like the shirt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I think you could have did that.
Yeah,
this could have been better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When we able to say, you know what? Let me go back to this black business of my brother's business, and I'm gonna let them know, like, look, this is the complaint that I had. You might want to check, and see if you got other defaults or whatever, so that you can fix it.
Yeah. So that won't happen.
That's how we did. That's how he's supposed to deal.
That's how he's supposed to deal. Because at the end of the day, if you get something from Walmart, I mean, yeah, you might take it back and you will talk crap because you might have needed what you got from Walmart right at that moment. Now you got to take it back. You're going to talk crap, but you're going to go back to Walmart tomorrow and buy some more stuff.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk enough crap to stop. You ain't going to stop going to Walmart. Right. You ain't going to be like, nah, Walmart sold me a bogus sweater. I ain't going back no more. Nah, you're going to be like, no, I took that one back. I got another one.
And that one going to be jacked up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, we do gotta have that same energy with each other too, like far as like being hard on, like if you gonna criticize somebody, make it constructive, like instead of jumping on the net telling everybody, yeah, I had this and that, go over there and see how that business resolve the problem when you like bring it to them like that, and we can have different results, you know what I'm saying? Because if we come with different actions, we can get different results, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's what we're looking for, different results, you know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that, bro. Like for sure, like it's definitely gotta change somewhere in the mind frame. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To really,
we gotta help each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I go back to Black Wall Street real quick before we go. I mean, I don't know what time. But the thing is, Black Wall Street, we had our own doctors, our own hospitals, our own bus lines, our own grocery stores. We had all of that within that community. That's why they bombed it.
Yeah.
They bombed Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
But what they never tell you is that we tried to rebuild Black Wall Street and they got rid of it again. They gentrified it. Yeah. But the reason Black Wall Street was successful for so many years is because we dealt with each other. Like I needed food, I went to the brother to buy food. I ain't go out of the neighborhood and go to town store to get the grocery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I dealt with my brother, so when I bought food from him, if I was the locksmith, he came to me to get his keys and stuff made. Yeah. We kept the money within each other, between ourselves. And if there was an issue or problem with any of the products, we was talking to each other like we was talking to each other. Yeah. It wasn't this hatred that we got for each other today. Yeah. Nowadays, many days pass. You step on a brother's shoe, hell, you be lucky if you live the next 5 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you automatically getting into a fight if you step on a pair of J's.
Yeah.
You know, so when we get that love for each other to deal with each other's businesses the way that we need to, then we can grow. We can take over every community that we live in. We can make it better. Yep. But it's only going to get better when we decide, you know what? Let me deal with my brother and my sister and not go deal with all these other nations. Because there's an Arab store in every hood.
Every hood, yeah.
But if you put a black store in that hood, it get broke into the next day. Arab man, he stayed there all damn, you know, he stayed there so long. After 7 years, he go back home and give it to his cousin.
Yeah, and then like the black people respect the Arab man or the white person store. They respect it a lot different. And, you know, that was one of the things that I dealt with. And people used to always be like, yo, man, people ain't gonna do this for you, and they ain't gonna do that. They gonna act like this to you, because it's certain businesses. Because our people will act a certain way to you, but it's only how you allow them or how you train them or how you carry yourself. Because if you carry yourself in a manner that seems welcome into this type of activity, then you're going to receive that type of activity from the people. So, for example, if you don't want nobody to be smoking in your store and standing on your couches, but if you smoking in your store and standing on the couches, and that's what they see going on, they gonna automatically think like, this is okay to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to do that because he doing it. So if you ain't setting the example and leading the way you want to be treated like that, you know what I'm saying? Because the Arab in the neighborhood, they setting the example like, they coming in like they superior. We telling you this, we doing this. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga respect it. You know what I'm saying? They look up and they respect it, but you gotta come in, and as soon as they try you at this, you have to kind of, you can't be like, it ain't like you can beat the neighborhood and be on some tough, but you just kind of gotta, like, you know, handle things a different way and just be a certain, carry yourself a certain way as well to make people, you know what I'm saying, handle you a certain way. Because like, I don't be having certain problems in my business. I still have issues and stuff like that with my people sometimes, but I don't have a lot of that because of the respect level that I care. I don't try to, you know, do certain things with people. I don't try to be like buddy with everybody. I don't treat one person this way or this. Like when people ask me how much something costs, I don't gotta tell you to inbox me, because the same price I'm gonna tell them is what I'm gonna tell you. I can post it right here. You know what I'm saying? This is how much it costs, $50, G. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever I told him and what I'm telling you is not no difference in like this or that. So it's straightforward and it's transparent, but it's all done with respect. And whenever people when I do run into issue, I try to deal with it with a respectable way, not like I'm trying to fight or I'm trying to be on some tough guy stuff. No, I try to handle it the best I can in a way to avoid problems, but to still try to make a customer happy, as well as not compromise the integrity of my business or, you know what I'm saying, my brand too. So I just feel like, again, when we starting these businesses and doing what we doing with business too, we gotta be professionals and we gotta handle it in the manner like a king or a queen. So therefore, you draw in that type of that energy. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, doing it the other way, you're gonna get that type of activity.
You attract what you are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're gonna, the type of energy that emanates from you, that's what you're gonna attract. Yeah. That's the way it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you think a certain type of way and that's what comes through your character, you shouldn't be surprised that the type of people that come your way or come within that circle is because you carry yourself in the same manner that they do. Right. You know what I mean? People attract to what they like. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. I agree with you.
Gotta love one another, man. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. Love one another. When you prefer and love one another, it's gonna be a different type of energy. I know men be like, I don't know about loving a dude. Yeah, bro, I love this brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love my people. That's why I'm on the front line every weekend. Yeah. Every week you see me on the front line, like, cause I know what we're up against. Yeah. And the oppression and the opposition that we're up against, there's no other way to defeat that thing until we bond together. Like that's it. There's no change. Nothing changes until we bond together under one mind, one spirit, and that's the only thing that we done tried everything. Hands up, don't shoot. Laying in the street, marching. We done did that for years. Nothing changed. Right. The minute you get brothers and sisters bonding and coming together, everything changes.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. And that's like, so like, cause an example of that is like when we do have like, when we do have like when they started doing the riot type stuff, with like it like even at the time like I seen an interview with Coke one time in Chicago, he was like, yo, one thing I ain't never seen in Chicago was that one time when they did, even though they was doing a bad thing about rioting and tearing up the neighborhoods and the people stuff, but that was like the first time you seen certain gangs and certain the power, like when niggas put their differences to the side for a minute, they came together. They had, you know what I'm saying? Like it was shook. It was shook for a minute. Like
what's crazy is, you ever heard of Antifa?
No.
Antifa is an organization that's set up to come and agitate these movements when we come together like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of that stuff you saw with us burning the neighborhood, that wasn't us.
Yeah.
That was Antifa, white folks.
Yeah.
They come and they agitate.
Yeah.
They agitate, bro. Look it up, Antifa. They come, they agitate, and then anytime you see black folks, black power, you see them little white dudes and little white girls, they're not there to support.
Yeah.
They there to agitate. They gonna be with you. Yeah. Let's burn this one. Yeah, burn it. Burn this one. Yeah, burn this one too. Burn it. That's what they do.
Grind the thing.
Yeah, now they got you burning your own shit down, man. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, everything is set up against us.
Yeah,
everything. If you don't know what Antifa is, look it up. Antifa. It's an organization set up to come and be agitators amongst us when we come together. They see us come together, they're like, oh, what the Black Lives Matter? That was created by George Soros. He's a white dude. He started Black Lives Matter. Black people didn't start Black Lives Matter.
Right.
He started Black Lives Matter to make sure he could put people there. Anytime something pops off, I want y'all there under the disguise of Black Lives Matter. He gave two sisters high positions to make it seem like it was a black thing. That's not a black. That's why Kanye said Black Lives Matter is dead. That thing don't exist.
Right.
That was George Soros or whatever his damn name is, Jewish.
Yeah, man. So, man, but look, bro, tell them where, if anybody that was listening to this, that's gonna hear this on YouTube, tell them where like they can find more information about what, you know what I'm saying, to dig deep into like the teachings and everything that, you know what I'm saying, that you talked about.
Okay, so if you're looking for more information on the truth about who you are, what Kanye is talking about, where we come from, then go to www.israelunite.org. All right, click on the link. We have contacts right there. You can click on the link, go to contacts. It'll take you to the South Carolina area. We got a school right in Columbia. If you're watching this in Chicago, if you're watching this in North Carolina, anywhere you're watching this from, we have a school there. Like we've amassed the map. There's a school in every state, almost on every island in Africa, all over. This truth is going out. You know what I'm saying? So don't be ignorant to what Ye is saying, what Kyrie Irving is saying, what Nick Cannon has said, Ice Cube. They're being silenced for a reason. So if you're looking for more information, you want more about that, go to www.israelunite.org.
Yeah, man. So make sure y'all tap in with that. Man, also, man, let them know where they can, tell them again your website about where they can find all your products, all your training, how they can get in some of your classes and any of that stuff too, man. Let them know how they can tap in with you on that.
So if you're looking to get started with some training, go to www.maccabeanstrong.com. That's MACCABEAN strong.com. On that page, you'll find that's a link that'll take you directly to the sign-up form where everything is accessed into your email address, and you can go on the next page and pick whatever course you want to be a part of. All right, for the next 8 weeks, the 8-week full body challenge is at $45 for the next. It's at $45 a week for the next 8 weeks. It's normally $65, but because it's the last 8 weeks of the year, starting on November the 7th, you can get you can become a part of that program and get inside the membership area for $45 a week and get complete meal plan, your complete exercise plan. Everything is laid out for you. You ain't got to think about nothing. All you got to do is act. If you're looking for more products, your protein shakes, your pre-workouts, your fat burners, then you can go to Maccabean Strong Performance at MaccabeanStrongPerformance.com. All right, on that page you'll find all of your supplemental needs for whatever fitness goals you may be striving for. All right, all this rest of this year and 2023.
Yep, so that's where y'all can find all of that information, man. You know, shout out to my boy WyzeGuy, man. Everything that he got going on, you know, we came a long way out the the trenches figuring this out. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm proud to see my boy doing this thing, got the business flourishing and steady going up. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all tap in, hit those links, hit those websites, man. Check that information out, man. Enlighten yourself. Make sure you know what's going on out here so you don't be lost in the sauce, man. Don't forget, man, tomorrow, man, we dropping the Trap Lows, man. So that's coming, man. Midnight, actually. The pre-order link will be up, justtrapbrand.com. The pre-order link will be up. You know, man, so we just gonna continue to work, man. It's another episode of On the Couch with Trap, man. I'm gonna see y'all next week, man. You feel me?
All right.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
Yep.